Hello and welcome back. When last we met, we'd just taken Saba, and our empire is now starting to come along quite nicely. Unfortunately, I've realised that I'm running an earlier version of the game. It hasn't updated properly, so I'm not entirely sure whether to continue with this campaign or do another one. That's something I need to think about. I'll continue for now, and we'll see how it goes. It may be that I should update the game to the newer version and perhaps try a different campaign, which will be disappointing, but I want to show the game at its best, with its best features, its most recent update. It certainly would be a shame because I am enjoying this campaign. We can see that our money is going up for once, which is nice. Let's see if we can do some more trade deals. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to expand to next. I really just need to get my finances in shape. Or can I continue to press and attack? What about this town over here? It looks quite well defended, actually very well defended. I'm going to have to retrain some of my forces, I think, so I'm just going to end turn. When I first became aware of this mod, there were so many great mods in development for Rome Total War. It really has been a great game series for modifications. Remember Rise of Persia, Troy Total War, so many great ones, and I always thought this was the best of them. And I think that modders do great work, given that they're not paid to do it. Can I get another trade deal here? Well, we can try. No complaints with the plan, that's what we like to see. I'm hoping to get the Seleucids involved. Like I say, it's my bad that I'm using a slightly older version of the game, and apparently I've spoken to the guy who is one of the main guys with the mod, and he says I'm missing a great deal using this version, so oh well, it's a nice little look at it to start off with anyway. And it's good to get a Saba campaign onto YouTube. I don't think there are that many Saba campaigns. I think it also is demonstrating the virtues of a Saba campaign. It's quite a distinctive region and quite a distinctive style of warfare. I think, frankly, also that it's a region that a lot of people don't know much about, including myself, which was obviously. It obviously will have been part of the difficulty of doing this region in Europa Barbarorum. The fact that it is a difficult region to reconstruct, I believe. You have to rely a lot on archaeology, obviously. I vaguely remember when Saba was first announced as a faction. It was all very mysterious, they kept it to themselves, but just released a symbol. And people had to guess what the new faction was. I actually figured it out. It was a symbol of an ibex, I believe. And I remember seeing it in Michael Wood's documentary about the Queen of Sheba when he was exploring the ruins of Saba. I'm pretty sure I saw the ibex feature there. And there was a little bit of controversy over whether Saba was fit and right to be a faction in Europa Barbarorum. I seem to remember that on the forums. Somebody was saying, a notably intemperate individual was saying that the Arabs were just poor, undeveloped people, and there's no reason why there should be an Arab faction, which I think was indicative of his own ignorance apart from anything else. I mean, yes, most of Arabia was inhabited by desert nomads, but the south was relatively developed. This sort of coastal plain. It did have developed agriculture, and Saba was a reasonably powerful kingdom. And I think that overall, the case for including Saba as a faction was always reasonably strong. We're getting some trade done at least. Okay, we're in the black financially. That's what we like to see. I can start maybe retraining some troops. Not here, so I'm going to have to move some back to perhaps Mariab in order to retrain some dudes. But can I actually build something for once? I mean, that would be nice. It really does take a while to get your finances sorted in this game. Lands of the King's Ally. I don't fully understand what plus or minus 2 means in this context. I've got to say. Is it +2 or is it -2? I'm not sure which one. Lands of the King's Ally sounds reasonably judicious. I would say that if you want to play this period of history, this is the premier experience available, really, including Rome 2. I also wonder if they'll ever fill all the faction slots in this game. I believe there are 500, which is quite a lot, obviously. I wonder whether they are driving to max that out. I'm sure they are, because the people behind this mod are very dedicated. And 500 units would certainly give a great diversity to the roster. Okay. You can kind of select these, which is weird. I'm just getting my finances sorted, and trying to retrain my army before I'm. Now, do I march eastward or westward? That's the next question. Do I conquer the Hijaz or the mysterious coastal plain of eastern Arabia? Well, going west would take me more towards lands with which I'm familiar, which is an advantage, but going east could take me to India, which would be very interesting. I think I'll go east. It'll be an adventure. Okay, and how are we doing? We've actually built something. That's not too bad. And I think it's a case of continuing to retrain. Oops. How my finances doing? Yeah, my finances not doing great again. But my Camis are retrained and have experience, and my Bedouin archers are now retrained and have experience, so that's good. I'll just retrain as many as I can, and then we're marching east. One also has to speculate on what the new factions will be, because we know there are going to be some. Don't have a clue myself. Maybe the Odrysian Kingdom or something like that. Who knows? So yes, as I say, I may have to kind of start a new campaign on the current patch, which will be a shame, but that's the way it is. I don't know which campaign I'll do though, because I'm quite enjoying this one, and I don't want to redo this. So maybe a Bactrian campaign, maybe the Greek states could be interesting. Maybe a barbarian campaign, the Swabi maybe. It is a shame because, like I say, I am enjoying this one. I think I might stick with this one until, you know, I carve out a reasonable territory. I think we've got the makings of a force here now, but do we have a general worthy of this force? Most of them are pretty poor. My general seems to have regressed in his abilities to somewhat. I think this guy here is reasonably promising. He's quite young, good prospect for development. But I'm going to keep retraining just for now. Just check. Should turn these on really. Of course, Nabatea is the other Arab faction. I could try a campaign with them. You know, I really don't see why not. Maybe if I update to the new patch, a Nabatean campaign would be advisable. Okay, I think I'll leave that there for this part, and I'll see you next time.